This ain't your dad's Mortal Kombat, which is to say, this isn't the game your dad plays every winter where he shovels the whole block in a crusade of man versus nature. Who will win, the snow or his heart? But Mortal Kombat X isn't completely dissimilar to its 1992 predecessor. Remember the early 90s, a time sandwiched between the dying mullet, which I had, and Jinko jeans, which I would one day wear. A time when a game called Mortal Kombat allowed us to breathe in the refreshing smell of decapitation in the arcade air. This was the challenge that MK's creators had with the series' latest installments: to transfer the violence-induced giddiness mostly capitalized on in arcades to a future that barely cares about arcades. I had a lot of fun playing Mortal Kombat X with my friends in my living room. Mortal Kombat X caused many agape smiles, and one friend in their 20s even said, "Oh my gosh," twice. I made my mother play too. She called my brother bad words, very bad words, words that came a couple decades too late.
Stop it, Dave!
Hit you with a person.
No! Oh, yeah, take that.
Bazinga.
I am not like getting anything here.
Bazinga.
Okay, allow me to put Mortal Kombat X in fart terms. If the original Mortal Kombats are the fart jokes of our youth, in which our preteen iterations risked pooping ourselves in the hopes of squeezing out a hysterical passing of some gas, Mortal Kombat X is adult farts. Fart at work and you'll be embarrassed. Fart in the bed you share with your partner and you'll laugh uncontrollably as they debate breaking up with you. There's a certain amount of self-awareness that comes with Mortal Kombat X, both for the creators and the players. You know it's kind of dumb, but everyone's in on that, and that makes it enjoyable. But the overblown violence isn't enjoyable if the game looks dumb or plays like crap. And Mortal Kombat X plays well, improving in small ways on 2011's Mortal Kombat, juggling rad moves and competitive technicality well for a smoother experience. The story also comes off well. Sure, its focus wandered off more than a kid stuck in the automotive section of Target with mom, but the writers definitely get an A for effort thanks to the attempts at creating subtle moments between characters. And they get a C- for execution thanks to their mountain of tropes. The online multiplayer works, but not perfectly. Thanks, lag, I guess. For casual players, the lag isn't consistent enough to really affect enjoyment. For those of you who actually care about your win-loss ratio, prepare to scream uncontrollably every 6 matches or so. Mortal Kombat X also has factions in which you choose one of 5 teams. You accrue points for your team, with points being totaled each week. If your faction wins, you get you get who cares what you get. This faction nonsense turned out to be just another component that takes away from the things I like in the game. Another distracting experience is the crypt. Instead of unlocking things after notable accomplishments, you roam around a graveyard with mysteries so boring even Nancy Drew would take a pass, and she loves graveyards. All of this feels like an attempt to convince you to just shovel money into Warner Brothers' pockets so they'll unlock everything for you. Yes, it's as gross as it sounds.
Cassie wins.
Imagine Bugs Bunny isn't your dad's favorite cartoon character, but a Jabba the Hutt gangster who insists you drop grapes into his mouth until he decides to unlock that really sweet Sub-Zero costume you want. What would you do? You'd choke Bugs Bunny to death. That is what you would do. And while I lost track of that metaphor, I haven't forgotten the point I wanted to make. Multiple aspects of Mortal Kombat X seem monetarily malicious in the slimiest ways. Let's be clear, I like Mortal Kombat X, the game. But the metagame within Mortal Kombat X, avoiding Warner Brothers' attempts to bludgeon their way into your wallet, is not fun. Ultimately, this is not enough to ruin the whole package, but I'm still determined to complain about it till the end of my days.